For the faint of heart, everyday test. Weight on my chest like a bench press. I know I'm fly, but I never got best stress. Every first day.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. It's Bella here. In today's look, I created this gorgeous green gold ombre makeup look for you guys. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, then please keep on watching.
I'm feeling so hollow, don't you know, don't you know.
So the first thing that I did was primed my eyelids, and I used the Amazing Cosmetics concealer, and I mixed that with my Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer, and I just put that all over my eyelid to act as a primer. And then I went in with a damp beauty sponge to blend it out, and then I went in with some translucent powder to set that in place. And then to highlight my brow bone, I used the Celestial Light highlighter from Pop Beauty, and I just placed that all over my brow bone. And then I went into the Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe, and I grabbed this really light brown shade to act as my transition shade, and I took a big fluffy brush just going in back and forth motions in my crease. And then next I went in with this beautiful aqua green color, and I love this color because it's matte, so I believe that it's suitable for the crease if you want to do like a really pretty green crease like I'm doing right here. And I just used a small angled brush. This is the brow brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I just created a line above my actual crease. And then I went in with a little bit of a fluffier brush, and I went back in with that really light brown shade just to buff it out. Next I took this dark green color in the palette, and this color is gorgeous, and I just used the same brush and I just put it on the outer corner only, fading inwards. And then I went back in with that same brush and the brown shade once again just to really buff out that line. And then next I went in with some concealer just to really clean up the lid space, because we're going in with 3 different eyeshadows on the lid, so we really want them to pop. And the first shadow that I went in with is this light shimmery white shade in the palette, and I just packed that on the inner corner of my lid. And then I went in with a Makeup Geek Cosmetics eyeshadow. This is a foiled eyeshadow in the shade Untamed, and this is my favorite gold eyeshadow, and I just packed that on the center of the lid as you see me doing here. And then I went back in with that same brush that we used to apply the white shade, just to really blend those 2 shades together even more. And then I went in with the darker green shade, and I took a different brush and I just buffed that inward, going on the outer corner, going inwards. And as you can see, I do a lot of tapping motions too, just to really make sure that the product's nice and blended. And then I went in with my Smashbox liquid liner to create my wing. And then for lashes, I used my Shop Sofie Bella Barbados lashes. And then I went in with this light orange shade in the palette, and I just buffed that all over my lower lash line. And then we're going to go in with the same shades that we used in our crease on our lower lash line. So then I grabbed the same green color, and then I went back in and buffed it out. And then I went back in with the darker green color only on the outer corner. And then I went ahead and buffed that out once again, just to make sure that the lower lash line is super blended, because especially when you're working with dark colors, it can look very harsh if you don't blend it out. And then I went in with some lower lash mascara. And this is the finished eye look, but stay tuned if you want to see how I achieved the face makeup. So the first thing that I did was I grabbed my Dermalogica Hydro Blur Primer, and I feel like this primer worked really well with my skin. I would recommend it if you have a little bit more texture in your skin, because it did an amazing job at just blurring everything out. So for foundation, I went in with my NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and this is my favorite foundation right now, as you guys can probably tell because I use it non-stop. And I really love how you can put on as much as you want and it still won't look cakey, and it'll just have a really nice radiance to it. And I just use my damp beauty sponge to blend that out. And then to contour, I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer. in Espresso, and I'm just going to be contouring my nose, my cheekbones, my lip, and my jawline. And then to buff that out, I'm just using my BH Cosmetics buffing brush. And then for concealer, I mixed the Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer and the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer. And I'm just going to be applying that to all the center parts of my face that I want to appear more bright. So underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, and around my mouth area. And then I took the same beauty sponge that I used to blend out my foundation to blend out my concealer, just so that the products melt together. And then I used my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder to set everything in place. I'm just going to be baking underneath my eyes, and then I'm going to wipe it away with a fluffier brush. For highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero highlighting palette, and I'm using the shade Glow Getter. And it's just such an amazing highlighting palette, and I always go back to it. And then for bronzer, I went in with my BH Cosmetics Satin Bronzer. And for blush, I used my Tarte Cosmetics Seduce Blush. And I just put that on the apples of my cheek, my nose, and my jawline. Pretty much all the areas that the sun would naturally hit. And then for lip liner, I'm using my Makeup Forever lip liner in the shade 22. And then for liquid lipstick, I'm using my Dose of Colors Truffle Liquid Lipstick. And this is the finished look, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.